Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and let's get into it. So in this video, I'll be talking about things that I've been doing that I noticed when I was reflecting on my year and stuff that basically helped me get through dental school. So these things are not solely just for dentistry students. I think people who are doing other degrees could benefit from this as well, but I'm speaking from my standpoint as a dentistry student. So yeah, let's get into it. First of all is that you are not an island. So in dental school, if you have never been there before and you don't know what it's about, or maybe you're a first year student and you don't really know what it entails, dentistry, it may seem from the outside world that as a dentist you do work on your own, but a lot of the time you always have a team of people around you who all serve different purposes. So you might have a dental assistant, you might have an oral hygienist, you might have a nurse at hand, and a technician as well. So there's always a bunch of people around you who all perform different functions and they are there to help you. But what I meant by this is that even at school, during our training, you realize that you work together so much, you never really work alone, except for that time when you're operating on a patient, but you're always consulting with your colleagues, you're always consulting with your lecturers and stuff like that. It's very integrated work as well. So different departments work with different departments because treating a person wholly, which is the goal all the time when you treat a patient, in order to treat them wholly, you have to integrate other disciplines as well. You may have to integrate and work with a medical doctor. You may have to work with different departments within dentistry. So you never really work alone. And what will help you basically to get used to working with a team of people all the time is forming a community within your classmates as well as other colleagues maybe from different years. It really helps because these people you can always share knowledge with, you can always consult with them if there's something that you don't understand, maybe from class and your lecturers, because there's always so much work and it's so nice to have a fresh perspective of things from another person who may think about things in a different way than you have thought about it. So I think it's very important to actually have a community of people around you that you trust and you can feed off each other and feed off each other's energy. That's really important, and that has gotten me through a lot. And also it helps because you guys can then share study resources, because sometimes just a textbook doesn't help. You need other notes or someone else's notes and stuff like that. So it helps. It really helps, and I highly recommend a community of people that you trust and that you guys can just feed off of each other. Amazing work. Another thing is learning to manage yourself. So in dental school, a lot of your time is dedicated to your schoolwork because theory is a lot. You don't just learn about the head and neck, you learn about the whole body. So when you do anatomy, it's anatomy of the whole body, physiology of the whole body, pathology of the whole body, and that is very taxing. It's a lot of work. Being able to manage yourself, being able to manage your time is very crucial, because sometimes you just have to prioritize. You need to be able to discern what is more important right now and what can wait. So that's very important. That's a very important skill that you need to develop. And also, there's no mom, there's no dad. Some lecturers just don't care. So you need to be able to know what works for you and stick to it and have enough discipline to actually stick to it and do what works for you. Another thing is, guys, this is actually so crucial. You need to get a social life. I cannot emphasize this enough. As much as dentistry takes up so much of your time, you need to be able to have a social life. And this goes hand in hand with managing yourself. You need to be able to find time to do other things that are totally unrelated to dentistry and just live your life, because you are a multifaceted person. You're not just a dentistry student. You are also a friend, you're a daughter, you're a girlfriend, you're a boyfriend, you are a sister, you're a brother, you are other things outside of dentistry, and you need to fulfill those roles as well, and you need to fulfill yourself as well, because if you just focus on one aspect of your life, everything else will crumble, and you don't want that. So highly recommend that you get a social life. You go out there, even if it means being by yourself, but just do things that are unrelated to dentistry. You'll thank me, because that place can be so overwhelming, and you need an outlet. You need something that is just you. You need something that is just you and not related to your degree. Lastly, protecting your mental health. Guys, if there's anything you take from this video, is you need to protect your mental health at all costs, because everything relies on it. Everything rests on your mental health. If your mental health is substandard and it is crumbling, then you won't be able to study properly, which will cause more stress. You might not want to go out with people. You might not want to go out with yourself and like try different things. You know, interacting with people will be so much more difficult. So you need to make sure that you protect your mental health first before anything. And I don't know what that entails. If you're a spiritual person and you believe in God, do that. If that helps you to maintain a good mental health, then do that. Meditate, do that. Work out, do that. I don't know, whatever it takes for you to be at a good place mentally, do it, you know? And also just watch out for unhealthy coping mechanisms. I'm not saying don't do them, but just watch out, because it can get really ugly really quickly. Especially if you're like under constant stress, like you would be if you're a dental student. So just watch out for those things. And I don't know, I would say like alternate. You know, if you want to dabble a bit, do what you want, really. It's your life, you're an adult, you can make your own choices. Dabble, but just make sure that your mental health is intact, because everything rests on it. And really, I feel like we cannot emphasize the importance of mental health enough. I'm sure like the chat is getting tired, but I don't think it will ever get tired, because mental health is just that important. And if there's one thing that we can preach in this world, is mental health. If there was one thing that we should preach, it's mental health, because if your mental health is not doing well, then yeah, everything just falls apart, and you don't want that, especially because dentistry is so demanding and it requires you to show up at 100% capacity all the time, and the fatigue levels, you know, they go up really quickly. Like you get fatigued so easily. So it's important that you're okay up here, because physically you may not always be okay, but if you're okay up here and you know how to sustain your mental health and like make sure that you're okay, and you know the things that help you to be okay, stick to those things. Don't let go of them, and just make sure that you're always grand. So yeah, those are the things that I think have been helping me so far to get through dental school, and I thought I should just share it with you guys, you know, just vibes. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.